Hi, this is Guercy Eugene. I'm a footwear designer for Puma. Shout out OneVan magazine.
Kano on the track, I go so hard, and that's okay. She's so dope. And what's your name? I need that.
So it's Samantha M from OneVan magazine, and today I'm here with Guercy. He's a footwear designer for Puma, and today we're going to be talking about what he does at Puma. So first and foremost, how are you?
Hey, what's going on? Nice to meet you.
So when did you start designing, and also what was your first, what did you design first?
Well, so I'm originally from Miami,
Right.
and my parents are Haitian, and I don't know. I bought a lot of sneakers as a kid,
Right.
and like it got to a point where I was just like, yo, like, well, actually, I should start over. I did not buy a lot of shoes as a kid. I got handed a lot of shoes as a kid, but I
Right.
wanted a lot of nice shoes as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, obviously, when as a teenager, started working and started buying shoes. But then I was just like, yo, like, you know, I play a lot of video games. I wear all these shoes. I'm wearing all this gear. Like, where the fuck is up? Sorry, where's all this stuff coming from? You know,
Right.
like, and it came to a point where I was like, I want to do some research, and started finding out about all these different designers like Tinker Hatfield, like, you know, Mark Meigner, Jason Maiden, all these guys like doing big things and like creating these shoes that we're spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on. So then, you know, just like digging in and then figuring out like
Doing your research.
Exactly. And we ended up going to like this high school called Design and Architecture Senior High.
Wow.
In Miami, which opened my eyes to product design, and from there it was just gone, you know, like it just started going in. And
So would you consider like that's when you knew you really wanted to do
yeah,
that?
definitely when I was in high school, because like at first I started off as an industrial designer,
Right.
which means I design watches, cell phones,
Wow.
anything that needs an aesthetic. But then obviously like I mostly focus on footwear because
That's what you're passionate
yeah,
about.
exactly,
Of
it's
course.
the dopest part, you know what I'm saying?
So how did you become a designer for Puma?
So I was interning here at Reebok.
Wow.
And I had a friend named Jacob Garcia working here at Puma, and he found out, like, and I hadn't talked to this kid since middle school, and he was like, yo, like, I'm looking on your Facebook and it says that you're a footwear designer. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, like, we need some footwear designers, like, we're
Right.
looking for somebody to interview. And I was like, all right, cool. So I came in, and you know, this like, and
Just show them your stuff.
it's
like-
funny because I came here with no computer, right?
No computer.
And
You
so like I
serious?
couldn't even show my portfolio. So then I had to look it up online and show them stuff I had online. But I guess it got me the job, so it's good enough, right?
So not only have you been designing for Puma, but you also have done Hush Puppies,
Mm-hmm. Right.
And also Adidas and Reebok.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, man. So like when I was in school, you know, obviously you got to do like a ton of internships.
Of course, to get that recognition.
Exactly. Like you got to get experience under your belt. So like, you know, just did a lot of internships, meeting a lot of people, getting to
Wow.
like work with projects that you wouldn't really get to work with only while you're in school. And just like getting to learn about, you know, how to communicate with people overseas, and getting shoes done and getting shoes back and making revisions.
Wow.
So just like, I don't know, just like it just prepared me for my final job at Puma. You know, there's all these like different processes and meeting all these different people that have like different ways of going about footwear. Because there's just so many different ways you can go about it. So, and every brand is different. Every brand has their unique vibe, and they have their own different process of doing things. So yeah, it's cool, you know?
So can you tell me about the Nike Archangels?
All right.
What are those?
All right. So this is like, okay. So I used to be, damn, that's funny. When in middle school, before I got into art, actually in elementary school, there was like this school, there's like a magnet school. I'm sure you guys know what magnet school is. It's like a special school. It's not
Right.
private because you're not paying for it, but it's not public because you have to try to get into it. Like you have to like do et cetera, et cetera. And they had like art, dance, theater, broadcasting, the whole 9 yards. And I tried out for art. Obviously, my stuff wasn't good enough to get in, but I got in as a dancer, which is funny. So then I started doing, in middle school I was doing ballet, jazz, contemporary.
Wow.
I was just doing like a bunch of like breakdancing, like hip hop, the whole 9 yards. And when I got to college, I was like designing all these shoes, but like everyone's designing like basketball shoes, running shoes. And I was like, yo, like, you know, like no one's ever touched the ballet shoe or done anything new with it, or like just put it
That's
in a
really
different
creative,
aesthetic. Yeah,
like,
so
in a
like,
way.
you know, just taking that past experience and try to use it in the future. And that kind of like blew up my career, like you know, like big time. Like I posted it online and woke up one morning, it was like 50,000 views. I think currently it's like on 500,000 views. There's been a lot of different like articles and shit. Sorry.
No, you're good. Don't.
But no, it's cool. You know, it's cool to see what it was from back then and to where it took me now. You know.
Right. So lastly, I know that you're into music as well. So, like, where can we find your music? And like, are you an artist, producer, like?
So, me and my boy Frantz, artist obviously, like we go by Deco Fam. Deco obviously from like the Deco art in the past, like that's like a huge like art movement in Miami. A lot of their architecture is based off of like the Deco artistry, I guess, like you would say. And then fam, like family, you know, obviously like Haitian fam and just like Caribbean fam in general.
Just being grounded to your roots and everything, not forgetting about that.
Exactly.
Which is really respectable.
Exactly, you know, you can't forget about that. And so you can find us on SoundCloud, Deco Fam. That's DECOFAM. And yeah, just like right now, currently we're like experimenting, trying to work on an EP right now. We got a bunch of different people that we're working with. People in New York, here in Boston, people in Miami.
Do we know some of these people?
Not really well. This guy named Ghouls in New York, but like he's like producing for J Stash and like just doing like different stuff for people like. So it's good, you know, just like you know, it's good.
Right.
It's good.
So when is your EP gonna be dropping out?
Probably 2016 after the Olympics, because I'm trying to focus on that right now.
Right.
But like we're gonna be doing that in the mix. Like it's gonna be like a mixture of stuff. That's the crazy thing about it, because like I'm trying to be a designer. Not trying to be. I am a designer.
Right.
That's great. Yeah. And I'm trying to be like I'm trying to get into the music game also.
Yeah, just not being boxed into one thing.
Exactly. And it's cool because it's cool because you have like all of this different like routes you can take.
Yeah, I mean like designing and music really like just correlate
hand in hand. Yeah, definitely. So it's like I'm trying to find that nice blend of how I could do that, like where there's mixing like you know the videos, like doing like creative like designer videos with the dope like trap music. I don't know, like something you know, it's like something cool, something different, you know, like
bringing something different to the table.
Right.
It's always good.
Right. It kind of actually reminds me of I don't know if this is a brand or like a band or something, like there's this thing called designer drugs. It's like I don't know, you know, just like I don't know, just like they're like designers that make music also, you know, but then like I don't think it's like hip hop, it's more like I think it's like electronic music or like kind of indie, I don't know, but it's just cool to see the blend, you know, like stuff like that, you know.
All right. So thank you. It was a pleasure having you, getting to know what you do at Puma.
Yep.
And hopefully we could talk again.
Oh no, definitely, for sure, man. See you guys again.
So thank you.
Thank you.
It's your girl Samantha from OneVan magazine, and that's it.
She don't need me no more. I done hit a life 50 times. She don't need me.